My name is Tohy Rakotovololona. I'm originally from Madagascar, but I live currently in the UK, in England. I'm studying aerospace engineering at the University of Michigan, and I'm going to my second year. I was working for a oil and gas offshore company here as part of my engineering sector, which was assigned to me by CRCC Asia, and that was my first choice, so I was very happy with that. And my main job there was working for the commercial team and also a bit of the design team. So during my first week, I spent most of my time helping some of my Chinese colleagues read through letters, formal letters to Western clients, and also getting the correct language and terms so that it made sense, so essentially check the formalities. I also learned a lot about the materials listing, which was a technical document, as well as business proposals and cover letters. They mainly focused on the design and engineering of offshore pressure vessels. And my main task when I was working for the design team was doing 3D CAD drawings of these certain types of vessels. And my supervisor, who was very nice, Miss Wang, she was great, would often come to my desk and present to me the required blueprints, and then be like, Tohy, would it be possible for you to design this in 3D on SolidWorks? And I would, of course, not decline. Because obviously she'd known that I'd had some experience with SolidWorks before, and I love 3D designing, and I also love 3D printing, and so I do that pretty much all day. And she was always there to help me if I had any complications. So, for example, if a bolt or a screw was supposed to be hexagonal instead of circular or rectangular, and whether I was getting my dimensions right and whether my model was accurate. And in fact, I just finished one of my first projects here, which was designing a surge tank. And then now she's just given me a new one, which is where I have to design a barrett tank, which is slightly bigger, but it's almost as complicated. My supervisor was fantastic. She was great. She always came to check up on me, seeing how my work was getting on, seeing if I was having any troubles. She also took me out to lunch a couple of times, which was great, very helpful. And she was, in general, probably one of the, easily other than the boss, the main boss, the best speaking English person there, which is very helpful for me because Chinese itself, especially during the classes that we were taking, was particularly difficult. I had this one really, she's a really charming lady, called Fancy at work, and she was really nice. She was one of the first colleagues other than my supervisor to approach me, and as soon as she did, she spoke straight away. She tried to speak to me in English, even though she she didn't know much English, and she just tried to communicate and practice a lot with me, which was really good, and I really appreciated her efforts. And in fact, I think I practiced most of my Chinese that I was learning while I was here with her, and that we developed a really good language relationship in that sense. But she was always smiling and always made me smile when I came to work, on some days when I was a bit down in the dumps. And she'd always put these traditional Chinese foods on the desk for me, which is always really nice of her. They were called, the translation for them would be dragon eyes, but I think in In Chinese, it's longa, something like that. But they were delicious, and she was always looking out for me and always cheery to look for a conversation or something. So that made me really feel like I was at home. I thought, I presume CRCC Asia arranged them, but
Yeah.
I thought they were very, very useful, incredibly useful in the sense that, especially on day one, I had no idea about any Chinese. I hadn't ever looked at it, learnt it, whatever. And we'd have two-hour classes every Monday, and actually I'm leaving next week, but I'm a bit sad that I'll be missing those classes because I felt like I was learning more and more to get a good conversation going, and there's nothing more that I want than practice more and more this language, which is very different to Western. KTV. Well, I think I've only gone to karaoke once when I was in England, and I went to Korean karaoke with a couple of friends near Leicester Square, and absolutely loved the experience when I did. And then when I came here, I didn't know what to expect. I didn't know if Chinese people did it slightly differently or what it was like, but I mean, it was incredible. The experience was great. You're all there with your friends and fellow interns. The rooms were some very fancy, cushioned, gold-plated rooms or something, like massive 45-inch TVs with the words and everything and videos. I mean, it was a great experience just being with everyone and enjoying yourself. I mean, personally, I would have preferred if it was near the end of the week because some of us would some stayed out quite late because we got so into it, and then totally forgetting work awaiting the next day. But other than that, I absolutely loved the experience.